My surroundings in the last decade or so, my surrounding has been a combination of work, study, and a little bit of ministry. And actually, in 2004, I worked as a personal trainer and a fitness manager for about 3 to 4 years. And my surrounding and the way I communicate was direct and objectively. A fitness consultant, and what fitness consultant did was sales. And they asked a lot more questions of what, how, why. And working at Gold's Gym, they had a call monitor. Our sales taught me a little bit about empathy, but it was still more direct. It taught After working as a fitness trainer, I worked as a youth director for about a year, and that taught me a little more about the importance of having empathy. With younger ones, it was easier because I had a little more understanding that they might not be able to grasp things the way I can or my clients could because age level and maturity level. So with that understanding, I gave them a little more patience and a little more leeway, and I learned to listen a little more and observe just to kind of see on how they act and what they would do in certain things. And during that time, my youth ranged mostly through middle school. And middle schools are in transition from being a child to adult. So they had a lot of questions, and their mind began to open up more things, which made it fun to teach. And that's why I really learned my spiritual gift was teaching as well as encouraging, and I enjoyed it a whole lot. I enjoyed the fact just asking them questions and having discussions because their answers they were innocent, and that's something I appreciate, and that's where I developed empathy. My communication barrier. My communication barrier is when I overuse my strength as a driver and I no longer listen because I want to hear the things that I want to hear. That means my communication becomes mostly speaking and I do less hearing. That is my communication barrier, and I know over the years that has affected my surroundings. The question is how am I going to overcome that communication barrier to reach my overall achieving goal? How do I overcome my communication barrier and also reaching my overall achieving goal? Well, both of them will take patience and hard work. Hard work is something that I'm not familiar with because I believe that hard work long term does pay off, and that if you put your mind to do something, that it can do. Now, in order for me to overcome my communication barrier of overusing my energy when I'm a driver, is that when that becomes a roadblock, what I need to do is take a few steps back, and that comes by with me listening more and learning how to emphasize more. And that's going to come through by me the 70-30 rule, where to 70% I'm listening and 30% I'm asking the right questions. And the way I think of asking the right questions is phrasing the words together at the right time. And that comes from by me just listening to a person, seeing where they come from, instead of just shooting right out there just to pass away time. Now, for me to reach my overall achievement goal in becoming a mass communicator to leave the world a better place when I enter it is continued training. And that continued training has happened today through working at Liberty University as an admissions consultant. God has pretty much taken away my eyes and helped me maximize my ears when I'm talking to someone. And that habit right there is where my ears are constantly tuned in, hearing them instead of hearing what I want to hear or observing what I want to hear. And my continued training is through the Masters of Human Services. Once I get finished with that degree, by then my communication skills will improve. And another way for me to improve my training is to have an open mind with my communication. Had a listening assessment at 74 and be interested to see how I do the next 5 years, on how far I'll come from. In order for me to improve is I have to emphasize more, and the way I will emphasize more is by continuing to listen and learning from being a thinker to a persuader. And currently I'm going to be planning on reading a book, The Art of Persuasion, by this gentleman named Kurt Mortensen, who I heard speaking at Liberty University. Well, that is my communication project. I thank you for your time, and you have a good day.